Yeah, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I...
Hello, beautiful. Welcome to High Vibe Honey for the week of the 29th of September, 2019. I'm your host, Gala Darling. I'm dressed like we're going to space, and it's because we are. This week's tapping is about having ultimate confidence. Confidence in who you are, what you do, where the fuck you are right now, and where the fuck you're going. And it's going to be fantastic. But before we get into the tapping, please make sure to subscribe to this channel if you like me and share it with people that you love. It really helps us to grow the channel, and that is the goal. Let's have like 100,000 people subscribed. That would be amazing. Our first card this week is the Two of Swords, and the swords are all about intellect and ideas. And the Two of Swords is a woman holding two swords crossed like this, and it's about indecision. It's about not knowing which choice to make, and sometimes feeling like you just need more information before you can make a decision. I tend to think of the Two of Swords as the analysis paralysis card, which is when you're looking at your options and you have no idea what to do and you're like, I don't even know, I'm just gonna hold off on this for as long as I can. So the Two of Swords coming up says that it's important that you make a decision and you act as soon as possible, not to just sit on this forever, because you really do need to make a choice in order to move forward. So if you're struggling with this, if you're like, I really don't know whether I should do this or that, make yourself a list. Speaking as a Virgo, like obviously I'm going to suggest you make a list. Make a list of pros and cons of either option and help you just get those ideas out of your mind and onto paper so you can figure out what you want to do, where you want to take it, and how you want to go. And I promise that this will make you feel so much more clear in your mind. You'll feel so much more confident and you'll feel so much more capable of making the right decision. And like I said, this card is really about making the choice and not just sitting on it forever. Because, life rewards us when we act, when we are bold, when we are courageous, when we do things even when we're not sure what the right answer is. We're always rewarded for taking a leap in some regard. And my personal belief also is that there is no wrong answer. You can't fuck it up. You simply can't. Whatever you choose to do will lead you towards the place that you were always supposed to go anyway. So you kind of can't fuck it up. So maybe that helps you to feel better about it. But it's really interesting because this is the only card of the three cards this week that's, it's not negative, but it's just like a things that make you go card. The other two cards are super, super positive. And so that's why our tapping this week is around ultimate confidence, because this card is the only one that's like the sticking point. The other two are like, you're a bad bitch and you got this. So let's talk about those, because who doesn't want to hear that? Our second card of the week is the Empress, and I love her. She is like, that's my card. I love seeing her come up. And I've said this a million times, but you may be new, so I'll say it again. The Empress is the bad bitch of the tarot. She knows who she is. She knows what she wants. She's got a vision and she's committed to it. But she's not committed to her vision in an aggressive way. She's not gonna like cut a bitch in order to get it. The Empress is like loving, and she's collaborative, and she's creative, and she's nurturing, and she's generous. She's kind of like Beyonce. She's not mean or rude or uncivilized or any of those things. She's like this generous, warm, abundant, voluptuous bad babe. And she's fucking great. She's such a good card to come up. And so what the Empress symbolizes, there's a few things. Number one is always that money is coming. Always that money is coming. And who doesn't want to hear that? And I've actually been telling you this for a few weeks now. So is coming. So hopefully you've already seen some of that, but if you haven't yet, don't worry, it is on the way. So the first thing is money is coming. The second thing is that the Empress speaks very well of either getting pregnant if you want to, or if you don't want that, having a creative idea that's a really big, juicy, good one. So that's what fertility is all about, right? It doesn't necessarily mean having children. It can mean giving birth to new ideas. So that's such a great sign. The Empress has like got good shit for you always. And the other thing that the Empress does is that she supports other people. She's not like, I am an island, leave me alone, do not disturb. She is like, hey, come and help me with this thing, or like, what can I do with you, and how can we make this more fun? She's really a collaborative, joyful, fun person to be around. So the fact that this has come up speaks really, really well of anything creative that you're working on. Really awesome news if you're looking to get pregnant. And it's also good news for romance generally. Like, she just attracts suitors. She's really magnetic. She's really warm. She's really radiant. People just love to be around her. So that's kind of the vibe you're giving off this week if you do it right, which is always good news. Our third card of the week is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress are at least sisters, if not twins. They are so similar. The Queen of Pentacles is like abundant, and she's got her shit together, and she's kind of Earth Mother style. The biggest difference between the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress is that the Queen of Pentacles is really concerned with work-life balance. And because she's the Queen of Pentacles, it probably means you're killing it at work, and you may not be killing it so much at home or in your romantic life or with your children or whatever home means to you. So this card is really about bringing those things into balance. And I think that that relates really well to the Two of Swords. It's about like, how do I balance these things? How do I make them both feel good? And the truth is that our lives are not often in perfect balance. We will go through phases where we are really committed to our work because there's a big project, or we're really committed to our family right now because there's like something happening at home that requires our full attention. It's very rare that they're both equally balanced like this, but of course it's Libra season, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to balance that shit up. So that's where I think this reading is interesting. It's like those two cards are talking to each other, but the Empress is just sitting there in the middle and she's like, bitch, you got this. You don't even need to worry about this. And that's why our tapping this week is on ultimate confidence. It's about, I may have fears, I may have doubts, I may feel like I'm not killing it everywhere, but I'm going to remember that I have everything I need, I'm ready to do it, and I'm going to slay no matter what happens. So that's what we're tapping on this week. Grab your water if you have not already. Start drinking it. It's important to be hydrated, you know? And if you have never tapped before, just follow what I do and repeat after me. It could not be more simple. This week, I may not feel perfectly balanced. And I know that I'm going to really want that. I know that I'm going to want all of the information and to be killing it both at home and at work. This week, I release myself of the need to be perfect everywhere. I release myself of the burden of keeping everyone happy simultaneously. I know that this is probably just some old people-pleasing shit. And that's never worked for me in the past. So I don't know why I would think it would work now. Even though I want to be perfectly balanced, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. And maybe anyone else who's involved. Instead, this week, I am going to tap into my inherent confidence. Sometimes my confidence acts like it's not there. Sometimes it seems to be hiding. But this week, I'm going to coax it out of hiding. And I'm going to really feel it. And I'm not just going to feel it. I'm going to act on it. When I feel unsure, I will remind myself that I am exactly where I need to be, that I have what it takes, that I know the right people, and that I am the right person for the job. I will remind myself that my presence is a gift, that people are lucky to have me around, and that I always bring my best to every situation. Even when I'm feeling tired, even when I'm feeling sick, even when I'm feeling hungry, I always do my best. And because I always do my best, I feel better about who I am all the time. I am growing my self-confidence. And I'm growing my self-love through concerted effort, which is truly the only way to do it. So even though I sometimes have my doubts, this week I am choosing to let them go. I am choosing to focus on my huge amounts of confidence. If I am in doubt, I will channel someone confident. And I'll ask myself, what would they do? And I'll find that the answers have always been inside me, just waiting for me to ask the right question. And even better than that, it's going to feel really good. Okay, deep breath in, hold it at the top, and let it go. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you enjoyed my spacesuit, and I hope you enjoyed blasting off into the future together. I think this is going to be a really great week for you, especially if you can avoid getting tripped up on trying to be perfect and please everyone all at the same time. And remember that you have what you need inside you all the time, and that all you need to do is ask the right questions to unlock it. I think you're going to have a stupendous week, and I don't know what's in store for you, but I feel like it's going to be really positive. Your homework this week is to tell us what you're going to make a decision around. So with the Two of Swords, we talked about avoiding making a decision, and I talked about the importance of making that decision and sticking to it. So tell us, what is it you're going to make a decision around? And maybe even with that tapping, you've realized what that decision should be. And if so, please share it with us. We'd love to hear. Go through and like as many other people's comments as possible so they feel really loved and really supported. And I will see you back here next week. Hey.